I took my mom antiquing for Mother's Day. Wound up coming home with a post vise. It's used by blacksmiths when hammering on work that needs to be held in a vise. So there is this screw. I'm going to drop it now. Loosens up. Move the work around. That's part of the vise. Anyway, this jaw is a leg that goes down to the ground. And with that, transfers your hammer blows into the ground. So you're not messing up a workbench. Anyway, it works better for blacksmithing than a vise mounted on a bench. I've been looking for one of these for a while, and now I've got one. Started pulling it apart. I'm going to do a bit of a restoration on it. It's definitely had some repairs in the past. Somebody's, I believe, been in there with a welder, and that's obviously broken sometime in the past, and somebody's welded it back together. But then somebody's come in and painted a good portion of it with varnish, I guess to stop the rust. I've got to see if any of these were originally painted at some point in the past. This one, I believe, has been painted kind of a orangish red. I'll do the research, see if they were ever painted. I just want to somewhat weatherproof it because it's going to spend some time outside. I plan on taking a section of that log long enough to attach the post vise to. I'll use some 2x4 at the base to stabilize it, just so it doesn't tip over during use. And it is supposed to rain this weekend. And it's raining again this weekend. Yay. So I was given a hedger that wasn't working. You can see it's in pieces. Figured out why it's not working. They focus. Yeah, a bit of something got in there. So let's see, this is actually off a different trimmer. Today's project was going to be pull apart a junkyard trimmer and replace the piston and cylinder. Yeah, put the so the piston and cylinder were bad on the hedger. So I was going to try putting a new top end on it. All my trimmers are higher displacement. Apparently it was just taller. Anyway. So I did that for a while. Nothing's really going to fit. They kind of packaged the trimmer up really tight, and none of the trimmers have a crankshaft long enough to put the clutch on. It's a fairly long crankshaft. And let's see. I noticed a little bit of glitter in there when I took it apart to see what was wrong with it. And when I pulled the top end off, found the piston. So Found a guy on eBay selling this part with piston and cylinder still attached. Says they're in good condition. We'll see. It was cheaper than buying brand new parts. And so this is on hold till that shows up. Next project. So I'm going to try making a wobbler steam engine that runs on air. I drilled that one hole horribly off center. They're all kinda meh. Anyway, it's hopefully going to be a double acting wobbly. I drill 4 holes and tap them up here to bolt the top plate on. The same for the bottom. The bottom will have a piston rod coming out. Let's see. Here he is. Got some Delrin rod. I'm gonna drill a hole through it, thread it onto a... Dang, I don't have anything next to me. Here we go. That was my original idea. It's horribly off-centered. This is just a bolt, really long bolt that held one of those wire spools together. So anyway, that also expanded once I put the hole in it and threaded it onto the rod. It says a super tight fit. But the Delrin rod by itself, and I'm going to drop it on the floor. Anyway, Delrin rod is a nice, there we go, slip fit. So I just got to figure out how to get this onto a little crankshaft, not crankshaft. Figure out how to get this onto a small piston rod that will be going down to a crankshaft. I was thinking about using one of the little 2-cycle crankshafts. You know, finish pulling one of the broken weed eaters apart. Let's see, I can't get that off. And this is going to be the rod that, oh, if I actually look at what I'm doing, so this is going to be the pivot that the threaded in there. Gotta trim that so it's nice and smooth. But this is going to be the bearing that this wobbles back and forth on. Wobble, wobble, wobble. And my battery's going to die. Anyway, so I gotta trim that up. These are the air air ports. He's going to be mounted to a block of aluminum with the exhaust port and input port. The hole drilled for the little wobbly thing. And I gotta figure out a flywheel and the crankshaft, which Hopefully it'll be fairly easy. And now it's raining heavier. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this Saturday.